Aldridge, and DeRozan. The starting lineups, Kyle Anderson and DeAnthony Milton in the backcourt. Jonas Valanciunas. As we take a look at the Houston Rockets, Westbrook and Harden in the backcourt. Daniel House. This was supposed to be a big rebuilding year for the Memphis Grizzlies. Court guarded by Brooks. Here's Westbrook, great pass underneath.
You look at the body types of Harden and Tucker, Westbrook.
Harden got all the way. Dillon Brooks often taking on the team's other leading scorer or wing play. Kyle Anderson on the break. Memphis used to scoring a lot in transit. Melton. Here's Brooks coming downhill, switches hands, and
overcomes the relative mediocrity of their shooting.
Yeah, they shoot about 40. John high volume of threes, but he shoots a good percentage at about 36 on the year. From downtown, Houston 1 of 5 from downtown. Brooks lets it fly and got a nice with 5 quick points. And speaking of quick, Westbrook. Covington, good find inside. House with the layup.
And they are so good defensively.
Morant inside with the interesting matchup here. Westbrook guarded by Valanciunas. And an
range jumper versus the three-pointer.
Westbrook with the steal. Baseline to baseline. Jumpers, and here comes Houston. They got a 4-on-2. Covington. A lot of contact. In the ball game for Memphis. This is Austin Rivers. Covington. Jones and Jang played together, and they combined there for a bucket. Green with a quick run out. Great hit-ahead pass by the Rockets. They gave it a good run last night against the Lakers. Rivers behind the screen. Mel got blocked at the rim by DeMar Carroll. Westbrook on the fly.
Dribbles.
Westbrook, foul line pull-up. Well, you Melton. On the kick out to Jeff Green from deep. Got Green! 1-3 sprint. Jeff Green sees a whole bunch of bodies into traffic. And a tough shot. Melton in a hurry back the other way. Got it from the field as we take a look at tonight's Star Watch. Brought to you by Carl's. Jeff, it's funny they talk about Houston's lack of bench scoring, but what
good shot. Can they rebound? Can they defend? And do their threes go as
Anderson and Jonas Valanciunas getting ready to check back in for the Grizzlies. And Watanabe.
Good cutter. Understands time and space to cut.
Rivers with last name is familiar, folks. And that crossover is pretty lethal. Back with 17-point lead for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook kicks it out to Tucker. Reynolds from deep. Anderson battling for the rebound. And the tip up. That was Conchar. And Westbrook, boy, at
the free throw line.
Jeff, how much difference do you think it makes for Houston off the nice speed and bucket? Memphis down by 18 points. Been a relatively quiet night for John Morant. Corner, he's on the score. And he lost the handle. Grizzlies on the move, Morant on the wing. They go the other way. Extension from the Grizzlies. Covington from deep. Couldn't get the bounce, but Harden was looking for the switch. Brooks able to stay with him. Brooks didn't foul, but Harden a little bit out of control. And from his wallet on his backside, PJ Tucker started it. Down there in Israel. Turns it over, Anderson. Dillon Brooks with the layup. I told you, Coach, you got to give me more playing time because in my country in Greece, I'm tracing to him. Olympiakos or Panathinaikos, one of those two prominent teams in the EuroLeague. Brooks makes it an 8, competing.
Oh my goodness.
Under 2 minutes to go, Morant all the way to the bucket. An old tractor tire in the yard. Down there at his home in South Carolina. Great burst of speed by both those guys. And that three good by Harden. Apparently, and stopped by at the auxiliary gym and saw Morant for about 2 minutes. And Westbrook gets the layup and says, hey, we got to have this kid. He is very special. He's going to help us win games.
Zion in the auxiliary gym. I want to talk about Westbrook.
Meaning to bring this up with you too is Westbrook with an education and anticipation there.
Over again, driving and finishing here with the steal and the open court, getting to the rim, and then
the Grizzlies facing games back of the number 2 seeded Denver Nuggets. Tucker with the corner 3, pure.
Finding any flow because that's such an important part of their offense. As for that, why he called that review, sometimes they're just value.
Check was support, but you know, I guess the 12 million's not supportive enough. 30.
Well, you know, this could be, Jeff.
That's a flagrant foul. Let's go.
Brooks gets it back and misses again from point-blank range. Valanciunas. Anderson up to Morant. The lob for Valanciunas. Up high, we're Covington. Harden just simply lost the handle. 2-on-1. Morant on the break. Same foot. Lob up top. Valanciunas. Little bully ball inside. And his speed up and down the court over the years. Here's Brooks out of order. Past the 7.5-minute point here in the third quarter. Melton from at the rim tonight. Brooks now 5 of 20. He's getting czar right now. Points. Valanciunas thought about the 3. You know, one of the most impressive things Jenkins with ball at the team's practice facility.
I was an outstanding kickball. Sweat Elementary.
What's the most fun thing you've ever done as coach of a team, taking your team to do? Oh, great.
But if I had more players like him, we would have done.
Much in the vein that the Spurs used to coach Tim Duncan really hard, and he allowed that, and really looked impressive against these Grizzlies a couple of nights ago. They got Paul George back as Brooks lets one fly, and there's some extra shots out here to be had. He's shot the ball 23 times tonight.
He just got the littler Morant on him, a little step back for space.
Here's Morant. Got all the way to the basket. Valanciunas with the offensive rebound.
Gets there and Tucker spotting up. That's a long closeout.
Well, some guys just, you know, they get the phone call, they get back to work, and they just look like
system like this where there's not a lot of plays to learn. You can
throw Green and DeMarre Carroll in there. Here's Jones from deep. Jones with his younger brother at Duke, and here's Jang on the break. And then they get the turnover. Brooks with a nice feed to Morant for the easy one.
And his defense on Anthony Davis the other night, as Brooks hit James, it was very, very good.
Rivers for 3, got it from the field, total of 11 points. Brooks battling in tonight. Westbrook working against Brooks. Quick mid-range.
More space on the floor. Great.
Got ripped by Jang. They got a 2-on-1. Gorgie Jang to the bucket.
And good hands by Jang.
Guarding Rivers here. Rivers with the blow-by. Blocked by DeMarre Carroll. 2 seconds to go for Austin Rivers. It'll count. Got it! Gets Wade tonight. Austin, Rivers. Rivers as in basketball in the state of Florida.
Bunch of private school kids on Memphis.
Private school kids. Rivers thought about it. Boy, slammed on the brakes. Green with a great catch. And here's McLemore. Been a big shot in the arm for the Rockets this year. Roster, is that something that you're really conscious of?
Well, the guy's on 10 days as the Rockets knew they wanted him for the whole year, but Green
out to Watanabe. Jang inside, foul, then one.
That's tremendous.
Yeah, he was a standout on their Summer League championship to start the Utah Jazz. Utah really struggling right now. I believe they've lost. Approaches 20 points on the night on 8 of 10 shooting.
But team-wise, as Hannah has no edge. Austin, he doesn't even get playing blowouts.
A super duper. Rivers chasing down the loose ball. Rivers feeling his grease. And that bench having a lot of fun to see.
Everyone's talking, can you sustain it? Can it work in a 7-game series?
What do you think?
And the good part, absolutely sustainable. Does that mean they'll win this every series?
A bunch of other teams out there on the other end of these beatdowns are as Hannah's knocks down 30. They've had a ton of double-digit victories with this. What about Drake trying to troll Giannis?
Houston Texans should draft. I want a special 1-minute Texans segment. I don't even know what picks we got.
Well, the Texans are going to have a different play caller this year.
Those G-Leaguers live.
Baseline jumper, 112. As the Grizzlies will head home